Hello, welcome to Kate's Space. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs, and today I am continuing with my journal that I started for the 100 days of junk journaling ideas with Rach and Bella Crafts. So this week it is tags and decorative items. So it's time to just start decorating the pages. I've been having a play all morning and just gone, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But I've decided to turn the camera on. If it becomes a little bit drawn out, I will probably just edit it and do a voice over. That's my plan. I want to use this as a tuck spot somehow. And I'm just wondering, okay, so I'm going to cut it out. I think it's going to be too tall for my journal. How is everybody? I hope you're all well. I'm well. Out and about. I'm driving. I've been for a couple of lovely walks. I've been discharged from, had my discharge appointment. Actually wondering whether I would rather use this. Yep, so that's all good. Happy about that. Now I want to put this on something. I want to layer it. I don't know where in here I want to put it. It is too tall. We could do brown paper behind it. Quite like to glue it onto something like this. I'm going to glue it onto here. This is just some really old paper out of a old scrapbook that had old greeting cards and things in it. So I'm going to glue it onto here. We'll just give it some strength, and I don't know which way I want it to go. I actually wish I'd cut off that border too, so I'm gonna try and do that while it's all gluey. Should have cut it closer to the edge. I don't want the border. We've had some really, really hot days for autumn. They did say we were going to have a long hot summer, but actually yesterday was probably one of the hottest days we've had all summer. And to the point where it was difficult to sleep last night. And we were just thinking, we haven't really had many nights where it's been so hot you just couldn't sleep. Is way too tall. I'm going to take it off here. This is where it does become difficult because I've sewn these in. So we could make that page a bit wider and actually pop it here. And again, this is quite a tiny little journal, so it's, you know, as a tuck spot, there's not much space there, but I could wrap it around. I don't think I want to do that. Well, I'm going to rip it. I do want it to be the right height. Yes, this is a very awkward way of doing this. I don't really have any what I wanted to do in mind, that's why. So yeah, this is going to start looking pretty rough, but that's okay because it's an old piece of stationery. Just going to cover up those sort of white edges there where I've torn it. And then I'm wondering if I make it a double pocket. So I am going to glue it on there. I'm not going to make that. I don't want it to be a flip. I'm pretty sure I don't want it to be a flip. So I'm going to glue it on there. But I wonder if we put something else on here and make it a bit of a double pocket. I might need to reinforce this though if I'm going to put this on something. Just with some kind of paper. Well, we could just use this, couldn't we? Again, why not? This is, I need to ink this. How have you been getting on if you've been watching all the videos? It's a lot to watch, but some great ideas, junk journaling ideas, so well worth the effort. And you know, there's prizes and things to be won. There's a draw each week, I think. So yeah, it is worth watching, I think. I've been watching and dropping a like and a comment for people, encouraging them, supporting them. Right. Where's the pocket gone? Let's just have a look. And I've got a little container here of things that I resined. That one's not going to work. Plus I've also got a stamp of something that I fussy cut. Actually wondering if I might just do that. Or I've got these little labels here. If I put that there, would I want something sort of behind it? Maybe just a little bit of, not this, but something. Definitely not that. Bit of Swiss stop maybe. I'm going to put these in here. I'm going to try and make them kind of even. So if we do it 1 centimetre from each end in there. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, well, the thing is you can actually just throw it in the bin because it's just paper. You can print out another one. So may as well just play. Try and get them pretty even if I can, but I may not be able to. I seem to be running out of eyelets, and these ones, I think I found it in a thrift store, op shop, and they're not, those ones were easy. Some of them aren't very good at, see, they don't split very well at the back. So that's right, because you're not going to see it, but when you can see it, it's not the best. But just give them a bit of a whack. Okay, and then I'm going to tie something through there, probably just some of the avocado dyed seam binding. And see what that looks like. These are the fussy cuts that Rachel did as a freebie. They're quite little. So there we go. Then glue that on there. Yeah, I'm not sold on the fussy cut. I might be able to find something else I like better, but actually we have it this way. I think we did. Alright, so I don't think I need that much. Well, I don't really need that at all. I guess I can just tear that off. There we go, let's do it that way. We probably should put it on here actually, because that's upside down and I need to cover that. But then I've already got the little bow there. So we'll have to put something else down there. Go. So I'm just going to glue it there and there, I think. Yes. Side and bottom for now. Just using my Aleene's tacky glue. And I'm just going to glue that, I think. Tell you what I would like is this old safety pin, and I know I've got one sitting here somewhere because I wonder, it's quite big. I could make it look like it's safety pinned on. I think it's a bit big. Okay, well, I'm just going to glue that there. And something can slip behind it, hopefully. think I'm going to put a pocket here. I can't actually tell which is the right way round on this lace. I'm pretty sure it's the same both sides, but I'm going to glue it onto here. Yes, I am. Try not to get it too far into the crease so that our pages will still turn. So you can really go to town with your decorative elements. Almost want this to wrap around. So I'm going to cut it there and wrap it round. I will glue it here as well, actually. Glue it there. Oops. And there. I've used a lot of pink in this. I mean, there's a lot of pink in the kit, and I haven't used pink for quite a while. It's sort of throwing me. But yeah, it's good. Okay, so we've got a little tuck spot there for a pocket that wraps round. Then we've got this tuck spot here. I've got one that I've started. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, this one. So I've used one of the digitals as the background and some fabric there, some dotted fabric from an old christening gown, and I've got this image and I want to put that on there, and I need something at the top. Again, we've got these little things that are very cute. I'm just wondering if I want this. This is just some embossed music paper, pianola roll paper, and I'm just wondering if I want it under there as just another little element. So yeah, I think I'll glue that under there. And the fact is, I only need that much, because you can only see that poking up there. A bit of glue on and decide want to see of that. Not very much. Oh, whoops. Oh my gosh. Wow. That wasn't very clever. So yeah, like that. Okay. Delicate once you've embossed it, this paper. And then this is going to go here. That's right. I'm terrible at getting these in the center. I never quite manage it. So I might put a little bit of paint on here. That's not quite how I want it to look, but that's okay. Right, and I'm going to do some inking around the edge, and I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch it or not yet. I'm going to glue it on. If I use this hole here, it's not quite as big as the hole, I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. Now let's try and get that in the center. And then an eyelet. Since I've got them out, might as well use one. Again, I don't have many of the colors that I like these bronzy ones. So I think I'm going to have to try and find some. And that's more of a silvery, but that's okay. Same with my little paper fasteners or brads. I need to replace some of those. So there's a tag. It just needs something put on the top. I just need to choose a ribbon, but I'll let that paint dry. So that's a decorative element. Another decorative element is a paper clip. So I thought I might make this paper clip, so I've just gathered up some lace, some pink lace there, and some crochet lace. Yeah, some crochet lace, some pink lace, and that's avocado dye. Let me just check that's on round the wrong way. So I've pinned it, and I would quite like some dotty. Some of this, I think. Let me just cut that there and up there. Goodness me, it is really, really warm in here. I haven't got any doors or windows open, and I feel like maybe I should. So I might have to stop and try and cool off. So I've got the crochet trim. I think I'll put the Swiss dot on. Often I'll hand sew these, but I think I'm going to actually put this through my machine. I'm going to add the pink lace through. It's a bit fiddly to get it through, and because you want to be able to catch everything at the back. This one keeps wanting to come here. All right, so now the sun's coming out and it's on my desk. Okay, so we'll quickly do this and then we'll finish, because it's not great having sun shining on the desk when you're watching a video. Right, I need to make sure I've got that up the right way this time. I'm pretty sure it goes there, and then this really cute little trim that I'm pretty sure was given to me is going to go there. Now what I really want to make sure is that I've caught that crocheted one, because that keeps wanting to guess we can trim the dotted Swiss after. You can kind of see the layers, maybe not as much as what I would like. And then it will get pinned onto a page or onto a piece of ephemera. There we go, that's cute. So that will go on a page and probably hold something onto a page, I imagine. Something like that. She's peeking out from behind, I quite like that. Yeah, so I'm going to go now because of the sun. Try and plan a few more things to make, and I'll just do some editing and try and make this video suitable for viewing. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay, for my next project or piece of like tag / decorative element for my journal. Now it is the next day and I'm not sure. I haven't even looked at the video I did yesterday. I don't think it was particularly great, so we'll see how much of that gets put up. I think I'm going to go around and age this a little bit. It looks a little bit too pristine. I printed this on the linen, the Self-Worth linen paper. So it's a super simple foldy piece really, using a couple of the digitals from Rach and Bella Crafts. But it also can house some things, hold some things, so it's sort of pretty and decorative, but also you can put some things in it. So I'll just race through this bit. I'm going to mend that. I'm going to mend it with some old sellotape. I thought that would just, oh there we go, I tore there. So I'm going to glue that down. And it will just end up, when I fold it, it will just end up wherever it ends up. Have another beautiful day today, stunning. Not even much of a breeze, which is unusual here. Did my longest walk I've done since the surgery yesterday. I did 4 kilometers, so I tried to sort of stride along, you know, without walking funny. Yeah, I have to sort of really concentrate because I've been limping for so long. But anyway, it was good. Rained on me a little bit, but that's okay. So I think I'm going to have her at the front. Oh, so that sellotape ended up at the bottom. Right, now I need some ink. So you could have that on the outside, or her. I think I'm going to have her on the outside. The crinkling. Going to just mend this one with some washi tape. It just adds another element. I am going to put a little bit of glue on it just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. This is the Amity Bloom tape. I don't use it enough, it just hides away in my drawer, so I'm trying to use it more. Okay, and then I thought I would put this little thing here on. I'm not sure if I'll just sew along the top there. I might actually. I think I'm just going to sew it on there, and it can just kind of be loose, but I want it sort of to be there. So I'm just going to run a stitch along there, and I'm going to use this little what do you call it, paper clip down there. This needs more glue. Maybe it doesn't like bending. And then actually I would quite like to use one of these, oh, that's the wrong way. One of these little labels that I put the resin on. So I might just pop that there because I want to use it. So there we go, that's going to go there. Just going to hold it down for a little while. And the great thing about these is you can tuck things in here, you can tuck things up in here, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to hopefully make a tag or grab one of the tags and sort of tuck it in there, and maybe some little things in here. So it's a little sort of ephemera holder. Just wondering whether I want to use a stamp. I've obviously cut this out of one of the digitals, but okay, so that's another piece. Let's have a look at what I've got so far. Decorative Elements, I've got that. I think we did this, I think I did this paper clip yesterday on the video, which is this same video, hopefully. So yeah, we've got the little paper clip, and we've got this tag. I think I mainly made this off camera, but I've added this fluffy bit at the top and something at the back, and then this big tag which we need to put a bow on, and I'm thinking I might keep it neutral. So there's some decorative elements and some tags, and then there was another pocket I wanted to do, but I just need to decide where I'm going to put it. Let's stick this down. Let's commit. I've put a photo of it up on my Instagram, so I think I like it there. There we go. And then I wanted this pocket. What have we got there? So I might do it here. But this is a little bit wide. And I wonder if I just want something underneath it, just to strengthen it up a bit. I've got this really old book page which I love, so I think I might use that. It's very crumpled already, so I don't really need to do anything with it. I don't really want to take up the whole of the page. Okay, I'm just going to tear this and hope for the best. Maybe I should use my ruler. I hope you're all well. I know I've said that I've probably already said that. Yesterday I had to go and meet my new GP. So that's good, that's a job done. Yeah, that went well. I think it's going to be a great improvement on who I was seeing previously, which has been a little bit of a saga for me, but anyway, sorted now, so that's good. Seems like a reasonable GP, and yeah, so I wanted to put the Swiss dot over the top of this. I'm just going to cut it. And if this wasn't sewn in, I would probably sew this on, but I might sew around here or sew across the top maybe. But I want to put this floofy thing on. I can't remember. I made this, and I think I made it for this tuck. I can't remember now. I'm in such a mess. I've got stuff everywhere, so I'm trying to make a video in the mess. Okay, I'm just going to try, can I straighten this up a bit? I go along these dots. I'm assuming the dots are in a straight line. Are they? Don't know. So there we go, that can go there. That's going to go on top like that. And then I'm going to cut up here. Going to put that like that. I think she's going to start getting chunky, isn't she? So there's going to be a tuck spot. I don't know what I'm going to put in it. And I think I'll have it so that lifts up maybe. Or maybe not, because we've got that on there. Maybe that's for something else. Okay, just let me sew across the top. Okay, so that's not, now that's not hanging straight, but that's okay. Quite like her there, so let's get the brads and we'll just do it, shall we? I don't know if it's just me, but I just find like none of these look the same. Alright, I'm going to stick that there. Try and get it straight. How close to the edge do I want it? Do I want it right on the edge there or in the middle? I think I kind of want it there. I just don't know if it's going to end up being straight. We could hang it. We could just have one brad on it and it could just hang. Let's just stick one in. Oh! Okay, let's stick one in. Hang on, let's just make sure our dotted Swiss is straight. This will help us. There we go, because it's going to have a little kink there. That's okay. There we go. going to put some ink on the bottom of here. I think I actually want to glue these together, so I'm going to do that now. I mean, you could make them 2 double tucks, but the paper's not super strong, so I think I'm just going to glue that on there. And then I'm going to, I don't want to put too much ink on this paper because it's old, but just, I'm in quite a mess. There we go. It's quite a neutral page, so we might have to stick something nice and bright in here. I don't really want to do anything because there's actually a really light grid on there, so someone could maybe write on it. That's an old piece. So yeah, it's quite a neutral start to this journal, so I might have to do something about that, but I'm going to glue this on because I'd like to get this finished. At some point. I'd actually like to get this finished before Rachel brings out the new kits for the 100-day project, 100 days of junk journal collaboration, because yeah, I'll probably maybe make another journal. I've got another video. So there we go, there's a little tuck spot. So I've got a few other little elements that I've been working on. So I made the photographs a little bit bigger and sort of turned them into sort of cabinet cards, so they've got a bit of weight to them. This is an original, oh no, this is not, this is one of the cabinet cards. It's actually that one with the back but without the flower on it, and I've just sort of altered that. And then these are the postcards. I've made the postcards a little bit bigger and they're sort of got a bit of firmness to them, put some genuine stamps on them. So I don't know how many of these will go in the journal, probably all of them if I can fit them in. So there we go. That can go there. I don't know about the floppy. I'm not sure about the floppy Swiss dot, but there we go. We can always glue that down at a later date if we decide we don't like it. And same with that. I'm wondering whether I might actually put another, well, I can't now, can I? Because I've glued it down, but that's all right. We can work something out if we don't like that swinging around. So we've done this tag. Now I need to finish this pocket here, but that actually looks quite pretty in there. And then we've got this huge tag. I was hoping that it would fit in this pocket, but it doesn't. Does it? No. I think this one's going to have to be clipped on somewhere. Quite a bulky tag. That's all right, we'll work it out. It might need to go in a pocket just for that extra support because it's so big. And then we've got lots of postcards. We've got this little postcard, so that's gonna get clipped somewhere. Not sure where. And we've got this, which will get clipped somewhere as well. So she's starting to get a little bit chunky, so that's good. I like that. But yeah, we're getting there. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I know there was a bit of a wonky old video, but we got there in the end, and I hope you like what we've made. I hope you're enjoying the collaboration. Today is scrapbooking with me. I think yesterday was Marnell from Mimi's. No, yesterday was Rach and Bella Craft, and then there was Marnell. So yeah, I'll put a little thing up saying who's who, because my time, you know, because of the time difference. But anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I will see you again real soon in the next video. Bye.